Hey, welcome back again for another edition of Ricans. I'm Coquito Mo.
I'm happy-go-lucky Lou.
And I know at this point people have already getting their grocery lists together for the impending Thanksgiving moment. Me, I'm just getting my Coquito list together of who I'm going to get drunk or inebriated before the meal so I can have the meal to myself. All right?
Yes.
Now, continuing on.
Too bad I can't drink and drive. Too bad I can't drink and drive.
Yeah, take that in for a second like I did when I look at him. Okay? Take that in for a moment. Now, continuing where we left off in our discussion regarding what's coming out and our thoughts on them. Again, where we left off, we were at the, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Okay, and I already saw some of the highlights on that, and I am gaga as to what they're going to do next. I mean, I know that the actor who played the voice of Miles Morales has hinted, that there's going to be it's not going to end very quickly. There's going to be a lot more dilemma and a lot more action than both combined. So it's like, if the first two weren't action-packed enough, I mean, I don't know how you're going to top it with the third one.
Well, Tom Hiddleston at an interview stated that he would be glad to introduce Miles Morales in his Spider-Man universe. That would be the most biggest thing he would like to do.
I think the biggest thing to do is to bring the boy into the live action.
Yes.
Bring it from the animated world into our world, the live action. Again, we will throw our money at you to watch this happen. So please, Marvel, make this happen.
And you know who I want to see too? Honestly, 2099 Spider-Man. Ooh. Yeah. Now, which one? The original guy or the one that took over afterwards? To me, it wouldn't matter.
I would agree too. It wouldn't matter. I mean, it's 2099 Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And when they first introduced the whole 2099 universe, I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then, of course, they introduced it with, Spider-Man first. And I'm like, okay, what's different? And then I see claws and I see the all these different abilities. And I'm like, wow, this was ingenious, to say the least, when you were creating the 29 universe with Spider-Man, the Hulk.
I wasn't too crazy about the Hulk. The Hulk looked like Pitt.
True. There was a lot of argument about that, too, that he looked like Pitt. But, again, it was different than what we already had. So, again,
the only
29 Spider-Man?
The only original character there that was original was the one that Stan Lee created for that series, was it Rampage?
Yes.
That was the only original character.
This is true. But then when you look at, again, going back to Spider-Man 29, he is, I wouldn't say original, but unique as far as he was concerned to his counterparts across the universe.
Yeah.
But both in his storyline, his abilities, it was unique when you look at it, and the costume is different. He can glide, and he doesn't require sticky fingers, but he has claws that he can dig in and climb like a spider. I'm like, wow. So it was very ingenious how they, in a way, recreated Spider-Man for the 2099 universe.
Yeah. In
that respect. So that I thoroughly enjoyed and loved to watch. And of course, can't wait till it comes on the screen and finally, tell the all important question of whether or not Miles Morales or Doppelganger, who's gonna win? How is it gonna come out? Who comes out? It's because it left you on a cliffhanger at the end of that movie, the second one. Left you on a cliffhanger. It's like, almost 2 years later, I'm like, yeah. I want to see the end of this and how it turns out. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to when it comes out. And now, next on our list is definitely one that I'm definitely looking forward to, but it leads a lot of holds to what possibly could be, and that is Captain America: New World Order. And I think it's coming out on Valentine's Day. Okay, so people, nerds on date night, that's a date night movie. Everybody else,
which is weird,
not so much.
Usually Valentine's week is usually horror films.
This is true. So I guess this is breaking the norm.
Yeah.
Unless the Red Hulk is, something horrific that, hey, falls into it. But I don't know. That's us talking here.
Yeah.
But the story behind it, that Sam Wilson, aka the new Captain America, and of course they're using a plot from the not the Immortals, the Eternals, in which one of the deities was still left out there, and that's when they discovered adamantium from that Hulk, from that hulking, how do I call it, Eternal that never came out of the earth. So now they're introducing the element of adamantium, hence Wolverine, claws, so on and so forth. What happens? And then the introduction. I mean, I thought they were saving it for like the reveal when the movie comes out. But the fact that the Red Hulk, Thunderbolt Ross becomes the Red Hulk. Ah, my God!
And what better actor than
Harrison
Ford?
Ford? Yes, I mean. I know who he replaced, and rest his soul, he was good. But then bringing in Harrison Ford, it's just like adds a whole new element altogether. And just some of the scenes I saw in just the trailer, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, again, like you said before, when it comes to casting, I give it to Marvel because they really thought it out. They really, found the right person to play these characters, and you just, they have not been not spot on yet, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him as the Red Hulk, or even being as the president. It's just that whole storyline. Sam continuing on as Falcon, and hopefully some elements, maybe like the Winter Soldier. Who knows? I mean, I would love to see that happen too, where he comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Or even the Green Hulk. I mean, come on, you can't have the Red Hulk without having the Green Hulk there to absurd things. So again, it's one of those movies that has hundreds of possibilities of where it could go, and the trailer didn't do it total justice, which I like. Even though you gave away the Red Hulk, but that's okay. From the minds of us nerds here, we know there's got to be more.
Yeah.
There's got to be something more. So we're certainly looking forward and waiting for this to happen. Okay. Now, leading into that, now that I mentioned the Winter Soldier, you've got the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know too much of that, but I know it's going to be awesome because it has the character that played Black Widow's father.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Red Guardian.
Yes. So that I like that.
Yelova. Oh my God, love me some poo.
Yeah.
I know that's her last name. I'm not trying to say any other word than that, but damn, that woman, since she came on board as her sister.
Yeah.
Whew, I never said I never thought I would say this, but damn, I mean, not that they replaced her, but just saying that that's my Black Widow right now. For her, oh my God, she is amazing. And I've seen some of her works outside of Black Widow, but still, she's just amazing. I love when she gets the Russian accent and she does her action thing. I'm just loving it. But also, the introduction of the Sentry.
Yes.
That's going to be... I can't wait to see what they do with that. And I love the idea that they said that they made a different type of super soldier serum, and that serum is what he took to become the Sentry. So, yeah, when his scene comes on, it's going to be amazing to see what they're doing with that and how this comes together. Because when I remember the Thunderbolts, I remember Atlas, which is a version of Ant-Man, but actually more Goliath than anything else. And he's ionic powered like Wonder Man. His affects his size and strength, and there was no limit to his size because he was energy filled. So, again, something to look forward to and something to see what's going to come out. And with that being said, I also have to mention that the next one on my list is just the doorway opening up to great things. Fantastic Four. From the moment I saw the trailer, man, when they announced it, it was one thing, and then when they announced Pedro Pascal,
yes,
I was like, I raised an eyebrow like you did, but then I said, you know what? After seeing his works already from The Last of Us and the movie he did with Denzel Washington, it's like there's really not a role he can't play.
No.
So I'm like really looking forward to
seeing
this film.
And they're doing a good job at hiding the Thing.
Yes.
They're doing a very good job.
They're doing a great job.
Either they're hiding it or they don't know what the hell it looks like yet. But
Yet.
yeah,
And that's the thing. That's the part I like. It's the beauty of when you go to the theater and you finally see it and you go, wow. That's why I'm waiting for that wow moment. Especially since if it's opening the door, Fantastic Four is leading to who?
yeah.
Doom. We already know it. It's not a surprise to us all. RDJ is Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're supposed to introduce him, at least from what I've read so far, and I can't wait. I can't wait. It's like this is gonna be a Fantastic 25 starting in, especially with RDJ back as Doom, though. As Doom. I'm like, Marvel, you have not let me down yet. You have not let me down. You have ceased to throw me in ways that I can't begin to explain. I can't.
And something we didn't discuss in the last time, the whole Star Wars kids thing. I forgot the name of it right now. But are they trying to say that Earth is part? Are they introducing Earth?
Well, that's a good question because I didn't know that as far as that the Star Wars universe was concerned, since it is a galaxy far, far away, but it was in our galaxy.
Yes, it was just in another part.
And I think there's stowaways, if I'm not mistaken, in
Yes.
this one. And so, in that respect,
Because in the star maps,
Mhm.
it's referenced that Earth is under a different name, but it's Earth.
right. So, is it? Do we have any force-wielding children on this planet that we have to worry about? Inquiring minds want to know, even our nerd minds.
Yeah, they might not even be Force.
Mm-hmm.
They might just be regular adventurers.
Wow, well, we're going to have an adventurers coming on soon. So
Yeah.
with that, we're going to go into a commercial and we'll bring that adventurer over to you. Okay? Be right back.
Welcome to the Rican. Wait, that is my show.
No, that's my show. Thank you. And welcome our guest star here today, Raiden from Raiden's World. All right? Thanks for coming on the show. You deal a lot with imagination and the whole idea of just letting it run wild when it comes to creating characters. So give us a little insight about that. How does that come about? Because I'm a nerd, so when my imagination starts when I start reading something that interests me. But you, it's like creative work. So walk us through that process.
So in my show, we have little cartoon characters that we sometimes use to teach kids how to learn and have fun at the same time.
Nice.
Like what particularly?
So in one of the episodes, we used a dog, and it was a sheepdog to talk about fire safety.
Oh, cool.
A sheepdog about fire safety. Oh wait, here we go. Ruff. Behave. I'm gonna send you to the tree. Now, when it comes to like superheroes, do you have any one particular superhero, or do you have several in your mind that you like?
Or do you create your own?
Or do you create your own superhero?
Several.
Name them. What are they?
Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Superman.
Of course.
Of
Superman.
course, it has to be. It had to be the top three right there. Now, what is it about? Can you name which? Okay, let me make it simpler. Out of those three, what do you like about each one of them?
So with Spider-Man, I like him because he could swing between buildings. Iron Man because he has a suit of armor, and Superman because he can fly.
See, it always boils down to flying. It always is. When it comes to Superman, you just want to be like, poof, take off and go with it. You know how much money I would save in transportation costs going to work? Just up in the air and I'm gone.
Anytime I want the Chinese food, I go to the original source.
There you go. And it's better tasting too. I
Yes.
would go to Italy.
Yes.
I'm Italian, so I
Spaghetti.
know I would be in Italy all the time. Say, Mangiano, morta de fame, and he'll be feasting me with food.
Yes.
What can I say? I
My
like
thing about
Italian.
Superman,
I
though-
like Italian. You like Italian?
Really only the pasta.
Ooh, Rilo di la pasta. I like him.
My part about Superman isn't so much the flying; it's the seeing through. But
See,
that's-
you just had to go
Yeah,
with
I'm
this.
sorry.
He had to go with the X-ray vision, and
Yes.
and trust me, you don't want to know why. When you get older, you'll know why. It had to be with the see-through. For me, it was like if it was a Spider-Man, I would be like with the Sixth Sense, like that's that ding, ling, 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 ling.
Yeah.
You get that little tingle, and it's like
Yeah.
that, that Peter tingle, Peter tingle that tells me that something's going
But-
on. Yeah.
But with Superman, you get to see all the good stuff and all the other stuff and stuff like that.
He's listening,
Uh-huh.
and they hear the beep, but he heard. So much for it being a child-friendly show. So much for that. So what's next for you, Raiden, anyway? Because I saw you were out filming about, and I could have sworn I saw some things in the sky.
It looked a little action. I like
Very
that.
action,
Yeah.
It's like you were over there and you were running, dodging stuff, and we were in the distance, we're cheering you on, but we're like, I'm not going over there. No.
What was
That going on?
So our next episode, it's going to be about special effects. And that was me running away from aliens shooting rockets.
Nice.
Nice, shooting
You
rockets.
just hit the nerve of mine because I love aliens.
Oh yeah, he's got a big thing. He's got a book out there called
The day they made contact. And it's about
exactly.
aliens.
It is about aliens first coming to Earth, and that we made contact with them. So you're doing your Action Jackson, going around and avoiding guns, and he wants to go talk to them.
Yeah.
I don't know which one is crazier.
Yeah.
No. I'm not gonna even say beam me up, even though I'm wearing this, because you never know what I might get transported into.
Star Trek is the PG-13 version of what we want to do.
Exactly. I will stick with that. And so we're gonna keep talking about, and you could chime in anytime if you like anything. If you like anything that we're talking about as far as what's coming out for like movies and stuff from Marvel and DC.
Give us your opinion.
Yeah, give us your opinion if if there's anything you like or dislike, or say, oh yeah, I can't wait to see. Okay? So the next one on our list is going to be still in writing, and which is going to be your favorite character, Spider-Man 4. And that's still in the development stage. So that means they're still writing, but they're not yet going to put that into production maybe till about 26. So
Quick question though. Have you seen the other Spider-Man?
Which one?
the first one,
Like with Maguire, the actor. Have you seen that?
I'm not sure.
Tom Holland, when he was in Captain America Winter Soldier, when he made his first appearance
In
as
other words,
Spider-Man.
which Spider-Man did you like better? The new actor, the old actor,
Or the one in
Sure.
between.
or the one in between? Yes.
I only have one.
You only have one? So you mean like the first one, like with Tobey Maguire when he first came up? When he
Right.
first came on?
No, I said I don't have one.
Oh, you
Oh.
don't have one.
Come on, Mo, pay attention.
No favorite. Wow, okay.
Pay attention, Mo.
You like them all then?
Nice.
You don't have a favorite. Okay. So that's good. At least you're keeping your options open.
Yes.
I mean, for us, I don't know. For me,
Which one is yours?
mine's Tom Holland. Because he reminds me of the young Peter Parker back in the days of the 60s. Da, 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 da. He was more like the crime fighter, always solving the villain, how to
The-
figure out how he was doing things.
Because the Garfield one kind of, he reminded me like he had attention disorder a little bit. He was everywhere at once.
Everywhere, anywhere. Wait a second, that is a movie.
Yeah.
That's Michelle Yeoh. Okay, we're not
Yeah.
going to mention that one. No. But it's kind of like, yeah, you're right. He's
He was-
all over the
yeah,
place.
yeah.
All over the place, and you just don't know. It's like you want to just tell the boy, sit down.
You wanted to tell
Sit.
him, shut up.
Get in the corner, you're punished. Time out. Don't you point that webbing at me.
Web your mouth shut or something. But anyway,
So they're still in development with that, and we're hopefully looking forward to. But there is talks. There's another character that they're going to bring into his world, which is Daredevil, and the nefarious Kingpin, who is known. He's a criminal, or he's a criminal organizer, and he's called the Kingpin. So those are two other characters from the Spider-Man universe that they're bringing into this. So hopefully it's going to make for a very action-packed film, especially when we're adding those two into the mix. And I think the next one, Shang-Chi. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen the first one, Shang-Chi? No? He's the one that's martial artist, and he had the rings on his forearms, 10 rings with the dragon. Maybe, should have. You saw it once then.
Yeah, he was young.
So they're coming out with another one. It's been like a couple of years now since that happened. So
About 3
they're
years.
working on the second one, and hopefully that should be out somewhere, maybe 26,
27.
something like that. But they do have, but it is in the production books for the next installment. So yes, it is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. So I guess when the story comes together, because now with Secret Wars around the corner starting, you gotta, you want to bring all the characters in. In Secret Wars, it's what they call a multi-dimensional event in which a doorway opens and somebody brings all the heroes into one world. Now, the idea of it is, in order to save their world, they have to battle each other in order to save their world. So think of it as if Spider-Man from, let's say, Tom Holland's world, which is the Prime universe, met with Andrew Garfield from his universe, they would more or less have to fight each other to decide which world will be saved, his world or Andrew Garfield's world.
As long as it's not a dance
Yu-Gi-Oh!
off.
and Blade together.
As long
There you go. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Blade together, fighting one another for the right for their world to survive.
Yu-Gi-Oh will win.
Pretty much like that.
Yu-Gi-Oh would win. I like Yu-Gi-Oh.
You like Yu-Gi-Oh? Who you think?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Thank
Yu-Gi-Oh?
you. See?
Okay. Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh would win.
It'll be like Vegas. You're gonna slide the cards, put it from under the deck, type of thing. Yeah. I can see that. The house always wins in that respect.
Yu-Gi-Oh was unique because Yu-Gi-Oh, when it first started, it dealt with the Egyptian myth,
Yes.
and I like that. But then after a while, it got into the cards, and I lost interest.
But the cards were the elements of that
Yeah.
show. So in essence, it's like, what card tops this one? What's the next card? The next card.
Car. It dealt with
Car?
car. Yeah, they dealt like
Yu-Gi-Oh had cards. He had it on his forearm.
not cards, cars, like
Cars?
automobiles.
Like automobiles?
Yeah, toward the end, I think they did.
That must have been first season for me because I was remembering cards.
No, they would do racing a lot.
Oh, that sort of racing. You
Yeah.
sure it was Yu-Gi-Oh?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Cars or cards? Card or cars?
After the
You're
third
the expert
season,
here.
or after the fourth season.
We're going to retain to you on this one when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh.
I stopped watching it
Do you
after a while
remember
because
it?
of that. Then
I don't remember there being cars.
No, I might be mistaken. But I don't like the fact that they went into a whole different direction with it.
Yeah, I mean, like anything, there's always an evolution when it comes to any particular anime
So I take it
or
back.
comic book.
No automobiles in it. Retract. Except for mine.
Except for his.
Yeah.
That's probably why he was getting into it, because he was sitting in his automobile.
No, it's Fast and the Furious.
Too fast, too furious. But that's him, It's like, yeah. You were racing him. Who won? You did.
Yes.
You did.
He
Two wheels
cheated.
versus four.
He cheated.
I know.
He cheated.
Of course he cheated. He knew how he was going. Well, you didn't.
Exactly.
Oh my God! And now for the next two installments, they're going to come as back to back. One with the supposed door opening. I know one is already going to be in the 25-26 area, which is Avengers 5, which is going to introduce Doom,
Yes.
which will lead into Avengers 6, which is going to be Secret Wars. But in it, somewhere along the line, mutants will come about, and hopefully between 26 and 27, the X-Men.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for the Super Bowl commercials. I know that's going to be a major thing in
Do you
it.
watch the Super Bowl? No?
I don't
No?
watch football neither. I just watch it for the commercials.
He does. He does. I watch the football and the commercial, but he'll watch just the commercials and that's it, That's his love of sports from that point.
Yeah.
Other than racing against you down the hill, that's his only form of sport entertainment. That's it.
That and baseball.
That and baseball, yes. Baseball? Okay, he's a baseball guy. What can I say? We all have our loves and we all have our passions in one way or another. And again, With you, your love is the imagination and what you can create from it, right? And pretty much anything can happen, right? So what would be the biggest thing you would want to create?
I never really thought about that.
Ooh, think about that.
Okay. So there's one to think about.
What would be your
Stay
ultimate-
tuned on Raiden's World when he comes up with that whole big thing, and you never know.
ultimate
Like I
commercial?
said, with the imagination, it can run wild, and it can be almost anything.
Yep.
Grab onto something because we're gonna feel the pull of the commercials coming soon, and yeah, your bike isn't gonna save you on this. So
Here we go.
again, the vortex is coming, and we'll be right
off my
back.
Okay, and welcome back to Rican. I am freezing my butt, Louis.
Yeah, I'm still nauseous, Mo. And we're back for another edition. Now, we've already covered some of the Marvel, so let's cover some of the stuff that we came across on DC. And not as long as list as I expected, but there's some good stuff, and then there's some stuff that we're just, still thinking about.
I
Now,
would love to see a Flashpoint movie.
I would love to see, well, they did that.
Yeah,
It's
no,
called The Flash.
Yeah, but I mean the whole Flashpoint,
Yeah, that.
the Batman and the
Oh yeah, I would have loved to have seen that too. And from the animated going to a live action version, but when they did the Flash with who
yeah.
I'm not gonna name, it's like I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I did love most about that movie is when they brought on Sasha Calais as Supergirl. Love a Latin, not blonde hair, brunette. Girl of Steel, and she was good in that. I love that. I mean, I love her character in that. I love the battle scenes that she had with Zod, even though she didn't come out on top, but still, she really showed it. Don't piss her off.
I don't know if I brought this up before, but I really feel that Flash is the only one that can beat Superman.
Oh well, yeah, they demonstrated that in the Flash when he did his vibrating hand, and he went in there and he stopped that Kryptonian by stopping his heart.
Yeah.
Well, again, that's one of the things the Flash can do, but the movie itself was like, I mean, you went back and of course Michael Keaton as Batman.
Beautiful.
Oh, that was something else. I mean,
I think he could do another one.
oh hell yeah.
I think he could do another one.
I'm pretty sure anyone out there, and you could say this on our Facebook page, tell me if you would love to see Michael Keaton again as the Batman. Would definitely, I would say 100 times, 1,000 times, yes. Wait, I lost my wallet from the last time I threw it away. So yeah, I would do that again and throw it right at them. I would pay money to see that because he did a great Batman, even in that one. I'm like, and he was older, but still, he still did that and got that nostalgic moment when he says, "You want to get nuts?
Yeah.
Let's get nuts." I'm like, yes. Oh my God, it's like producers from DC, listen to us, man. We're the people who are trying to tell you where your money is going to be worth it. And when we say these are the things that we love, come on, listen to us.
Don't listen just us two. I'm pretty sure there are other people who will go with it.
Yes,
Because I mean, great minds think alike.
hell yeah. I mean, I don't know what you got from your test audiences before, but throw them out.
Yes.
Call real nerds in.
Do a survey. You'll know from the survey who's a real nerd and who really will watch it, and get half people that are nerds and get the half of people who are just moviegoers who want to see a good story. And trust me, you put something good, we're going to tell you and they're going to tell you, and that's what's going to make you money. That's what's going to make you huge amounts of money in that respect, because that's, you know, in the long run, you are a business. You're in it to make money, but at the same time, as fans, we're in it to watch the story and be entertained by it. That's why we throw our money away from that. I mean, we held our breath with Batman v Superman. Okay, and while I don't know about you, but I found the extended version of it that included a half hour of scenes that were cut out. And I'm gonna tell you something, that half hour made a huge difference.
Yes.
It made a huge difference in telling the story in a way that you were trying to get at from the comic books. So we all love World's Finest when we read it and we saw it in the animated version. And now when you brought it to the live action, you know, the only thing I would say that was the Debbie Downer of it all, your introduction to Doomsday. This giant big, no, that's not Doomsday, bro. Like you said before, the animated always kind of tops what the live action brought. And when they did Superman, Life and Death, that whole half-hour battle scene between him and Doomsday,
That was awesome.
like the comic books, bro. If you would have just took that element, and brought it in there, like the way they did it in Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
Dude, my heart drops every time when I saw that ender in the third season, and it's Superman and it's on the moon. It's Superman and Doomsday coming at each other. Dude, it's like everything that was in the comic books and even from the animated feature, and they did it their own way with their own storyline, but they still brought that battle the way it was supposed to be brought. And if you'd have put that in the movie, I'd have forgiven you wholeheartedly and said that was the greatest piece of cinema work I've ever seen.
Yep. But yeah.
No, somebody in their cinematic mind wanted he had to be bigger. I'm gonna slap you. Oh, I swear to God. But you know, I digress. Well, excuse me, we digress. But when we tell you that, you know, we nerds love this a certain way, it's because we know, because we're also moviegoers as well, and we love to see this sort of thing come up. That's what the whole idea. When someone once said, "What was it? Was it Brian De Palma? No, not Brian De Palma. No. Another director. No, another director who did a lot of crime films with Al Pacino and Martin Scorsese. It was one of those directors that said that superhero movies, they're just a fad and they'll disappear.
Yeah, they'll die out.
They're 10 years over and still continuing.
20.
Both on television.
20.
Yeah, 20? Yeah, that's right. Going
20.
back all the way from the early days of the Superman from Christopher Reeve. Yeah, 20 years strong. TV, not just the books.
No, I mean, no, I'd say 20 because of the X-Men with the Wolverine. That's been over 20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
If you want to count the Christopher Reeve version and everything, that was
30.
Yeah.
That's 30. So it's going strong because we have a love for this sort of thing. Not just us as nerds, but people in general love to see a good story of a hero versus a villain.
Actually,
Even when it comes down to the fact that the hero can become a villain
yeah.
due to circumstances.
Even longer. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
when it really caught on was the Batman 66 version.
Mm-hmm.
That itself.
So it's been going on for a very long time, and it's here to stay because we love this sort of thing. We grew up watching this sort of thing.
So
Even our
the one
kids.
with the eyebrows sticking together.
Oh God, unibrow, yes.
Shave the unibrow. You know what's going on.
Trust me, if I were you, direct one yourself.
Yeah.
Pick up a character, read it, understand it, try to make a movie on it. You'll see.
I think he would be a great Batman.
Yeah.
As a detective.
I could see him doing a Batman feature because of the fact that the crime element is there. So
Yeah.
you're still within your wheelhouse when dealing with crime, and then it could be as dark as you want
I
it
could see
because
Batman
the
going-
Dark Knight is a dark representation of him battling crime, and he took on this personified role of a bat to frighten criminals.
I
So
can see the Joker saying, I made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
I can see that with a laugh, of course.
Yeah. Even though it's a different director, but yeah.
Yes. And so, yeah, we're here to stay, bro. And it's going to go on and on and on and on. And as long as there are people like us to watch it, and enjoy it, it's gonna have it's gonna have a lifetime future.
I think there are more heroes than I'm gonna say superhero and bad guys than there is crime movies or anything.
Yeah, yeah, I would say that too.
And you can spin them any way you want.
Exactly, and they have all the elements. It's not like you're in the missing. I mean, you have your action,
Yep.
you have your crime, and you can have your romance too. You can have your romance. It's not something that's out of the element itself. So it's covering all the genres in itself.
Superman does it every time.
All the time. I mean, even what was it in Avengers, Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
You had that one scene with Scarlett Johansson who was throwing herself practically at him. Stupid, you should have jumped down when you had the chance. Forget the hot water. If you watch this movie, you know what I'm talking about. But they opened the door to that romance to happen. So anything's possible. Pepper being with Tony, and having a kid. So you have all these elements which are great, and it's not and just because it's a superhero doesn't mean anything. They're people. Doing an impossible job, but they also have a life.
Yeah.
Spider-Man trying to find love, whether it was Gwen, whether it's MJ, and even or a different Mary Jane in Tom Holland's universe, still love prevails in that respect. So yes, these movies.
The saddest story was when Gwen Stacy died in the Garfield movie.
Oh God, I'm secure. My man said I bawled my eyes when I saw that scene.
Yes.
I bawled my eyes. It was not fair, and I hated it. When I read it in the comic book, and then when I saw it in the film, it just had so much more the impact that it had when I read the book. And I gotta say, it's.
They can go in that direction in the next Spider-Man movie.
They could.
They can introduce Gwen.
They
Because remember,
could.
everybody forgot who Parker was.
True, and the thing is that fan films are doing it all the time.
Yeah.
Fan films are depicting this sort of thing and bringing it to life. And if you don't believe me, look up fan films on YouTube. You will see the world. And so on a later date, we're going to talk about that, so you know what we mean. Now, on to the next DC event that's going to be coming out. We have Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the star of it, she was in House of the Dragon. Yeah, she was House Targaryen, white hair.
Yeah, no.
She's making her debut. I mean, her debut was that show, and from that show led to this
younger
character.
version.
Oh yeah,
Younger
yes,
version, yeah.
beautiful, talented.
And at the right age.
And at the right age to play the part. I mean, especially because of the fact that while Superman came to Earth and he grew up with a family, Mom and Pa Kent, she had to endure watching the destruction of her planet, being lost, seeing people that she loved die in front of her eyes. I mean, she left when she was 9, so she comprehends what death is. He was an infant, he didn't know. So, it's that whole.
It's crazy how she landed after he did.
Exactly.
He's older.
Yeah, well, hers vector off course in a way that took her the long way around until she finally landed on Earth, and not at the same time, because she was supposed to be there to protect him, but instead came there later and he was already an adult. So in essence, wow, the whole thing of having to live that tragedy and that impact it has on you coming to this earth, and now only you're on this earth, you have powers. You're born you come with powers, and now a responsibility to decide what you're going to do with it. So I'm looking really forward to see what Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is going to come out. But I'm hoping that Superman Legacy is not a flop, because she is supposed to make an appearance in that too. Exactly. Exactly.
It'll ruin her.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Unless she'll bring it back up. But it'll be interesting because again, this Superman Legacy better not suck.
Heard that, James? Please don't suck. Please don't suck. I hate it. You took Henry Cavill, and I'm pretty sure that he could have played that part. But I get it. You have a vision. You're trying to see it through. And I'm really hoping that you're right about this, because a lot of banks, you're putting your eggs in one basket, And I'm hoping that those eggs don't break all at the same time.
Yes.
Definitely. And I'm feeling the chill, and everybody's running toward the vortex of commercials. Why? Don't go to the light. Go away from the light. Please don't go to the light. We have to go to the light.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to another edition, and still can't get over those vortexes, but here we are. I'm still being unnauseous, Mo.
And I'm gonna have a picnic.
And continuing on from our last segment in regards to what's coming out, the next on the list, which I'm excited about, is The Brave and the Bold.
I was never a fan of that.
But they're introducing Batman and Damian, his son, being Robin.
That would be interesting. That would get me.
And Batman is supposedly being played by none other than Jensen Ackles, Soldier Boy. Oh my God! I remember when I first heard about him doing the voiceover in Batman Under the Red Hood,
Yes.
and he was playing. He was playing the Robin that was killed by the Joker, Todd.
Yeah.
Todd, and I love that. I watched that so many times. I can't get over it. It was so good. It was so good how they did that with Ra's al Ghul, and how they brought back the Robin, and yet he didn't go insane. But he did the one thing that Batman would not do: kill. And he took it to another level. So now you got Batman the Bold, and you have him teaching Damian how not to kill. I mean, he was raised by none other than the dragon himself, Ra's al Ghul, his grandfather. So it's going to be a great. To me, I look at it as going to be a really great one. I mean, and yes, DC's applying the fact that it's a multiversal. Different world, different Batman, different Wonder Woman, different Damian.
Yes.
So, again, at least in this respect, you're actually using your own storyline to benefit us, the fans, when it comes to telling the story. I still hope, and I will say this out loud, Superman, Red Sun, Henry Cavill, make it happen. Please.
That would be awesome.
What?
Russian.
And the director who wants to direct it and wants Cavill to play that part, I would scream for that. I'm trying to remember the director's name now. He had done, and I can't remember what it is. I think he did the Batman, and he wanted to work with Cavill because he wanted to do the animated version of Red Sun, or the book that was Red Sun was created from, and he wants to do that, and he was trying to convince Warner Brothers to do it, but he wants Cavill to play the title part, and I can't see anybody else. I can't see why not.
He would be awesome.
I can't see why not. You cannot say, oh, it's going to interrupt. It's like, this is why, like James Gunn saying that the only reason Superman and Lois can't continue is not because of money, it's because of the fact that they don't want to confuse people between Tyler Hoechlin and their Superman.
They could do it. It's called Elseworlds. It's like their version.
Well, they already done it, and it's called Crisis on Infinite Earths, and you have Brandon Rao, Tyler Hoechlin, and Tom Welling, Superman, all right there. It's like, come on. You're fooling over here. You're not fooling us. What? But they're talking about what do you call it? A Smallville like after, and they're talking about doing a season of that. And this time, I think they're gonna let him wear the suit.
That would be awesome.
That would be really awesome, because that was the idea of Smallville. Was supposed to be the story of Clark Kent, right? Not, I mean, yes, his powers that makes him Superman. But it's the story of Clark Kent and how he became Superman.
My favorite part in the decision when he said, I'm afraid of heights. This is the man who's going to be able to fly.
Up into space, no less. And you're afraid of heights? Are you kidding me? that is kind of funny. But I love how they kept the premise of the idea like it was told in one of the comic books when Superman decided to not do anything, he just walk across the country. You saved some lives, but people, he says, and that's when he let the world know he's Clark Kent. And so people get me confused. I'm Clark Kent. What I can do is Superman. And it's true. It's like that's, heat vision, cold breath, strength, speed, flight. That's all Superman. But when it comes to the decision making of who he saves, how he saves, the morality issues that come with being a hero, well, that's Clark Kent or Cal of Krypton.
Yeah.
And that's one of the good things of telling a story. And I would love to see that when they bring in Smallville, this time like after the fact, at the very end when he chose the suit off and got married with Lois Lane, and then on to the whatever adventures at that point, whether it's against Lex Luthor, Brainiac, or any other Mannheim, all those stories in between, and yeah, give us a season worth of that, seeing them taking on those challenges, and that I would love to watch, So, if you're hearing me, bring Smallville back for one season if that be the case. Now, one in particular that I'm loving, and I can't wait to see it on the big screen, but I saw it on the silver small screen. Swamp Thing.
I wasn't a fan of that. Did you see the guy at the Comic-Con dressed as Swamp Thing?
No.
Oh my!
I missed it.
God, he did it out justice. He did it good.
Podcast?
He did it good. He did it good. He had the red eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He had green. He outdid himself.
I mean, I remember watching it the first time when it was Adrienne Barbeau back in the late 80s when they did that one. It was kind of like campy, I mean, but for 80s movies, action, it was campy. It was not bad. There was like a slight nudity with Adrienne Barbeau, but that's about it. Yes, there was, but that one was dark.
With the Bionic Man.
With what?
The guy who played the Bionic Man.
No.
Lee Majors.
No. Lee Majors? No.
No.
No. But they did one, and it was about a year ago. You can look it up. It's in 2022, I think it was, and they did a version of it, but it was dark, bro. The way it should have been done, dark. And the story had good content, and especially the fact that the man that became Swamp Thing, was in love with someone. And that person, and she was trying to figure out what was going on, and then she comes across Swamp Thing. And it's that whole Beauty and the Beast style of storytelling right there. And you get that heartwarming feeling, but at the same time, when he goes after someone, it's bad. It's horrific, bro. It's a kind of damn. When you see someone, you see them get done. Damn. I can't look. That sort of thing. And you still want to see it, but it was that good. And I didn't understand why they didn't go into the set. I think they did 2 seasons. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure they did 2 seasons of swap singing and that was it. And I'm like, wow, what happened? It was good. Oh, is it too violent? What? I'm sorry. What's he gonna do? Tickle the bad guy? Coochie coochie cool? Really? Come on now. This isn't, was he gonna, grow a carepa off his thing and here, eat this, be a good boy. Exactly. This is for your bad mouth. Some lemon. So again, this is not that kind of show, but when I heard they were going to do it into a feature film, I'm like, and it does have no connection to the TV series. So I'm like, why? It's like to me, if you were going to transition this to a live action theater, why not? It was good. I mean, it did have good ratings as far as people was concerned. So if it was money or just too violent, I don't know. I really don't know. And it was on cable television. It wasn't even on like regular television. Where the SEC would tell you something. But no, just regular television. I'm like, wow, I'm disappointed. But hopefully, if they bring it to the screen, they give it the real justice it deserves, like they did in the small screen.
Yeah.
Now, this storyline, which is going to become a feature film, is one you're going to like. Gods and Monsters. DC's Gods and Monsters. You remember that one? Yeah. Okay, you have a Batman who's a literal vampire. Okay? You remember that now? Is it coming back to you? Superman, who was raised by Mexicans, if I'm not mistaken. So, I'm like, what? But they're not the Justice League that we know. This is like, huh? Well, they did that with the Hulk. They did that with the Hulk, so I couldn't see that. I couldn't see why not. But this is not your Justice League, like kind of campy superhero thing. I mean, these guys, when they come, they end you. They fix you. Batman gets a meal out of it. It's like, damn, we're going out for dinner. What are we having? Burglars. Seriously, bro. I know it's a cheesy joke, but I had to throw that in there. I just had to. But Gods and Monsters is coming out, and it's just going to be very interesting how they, from what I've seen from the animated version, I'm really looking forward to see how they translate that into the big screen. I mean, this is dark. And so, I don't know how dark Disney wants to get. I mean, I know they don't mind doing rated R because they did Deadpool Wolverine, but this is dark. It's not your like Boo, Cuckoo. No, this is dark stuff, bro. When the Batman comes and sucks you dry, and you're like, oh no. So, yeah, Chupacabra Batman. There you go. That's perfect. I don't know a better way to put that, and I'm looking forward to seeing, how they bring that element to the big screen. I mean, right now. There's one that's out that you can all check out and look out for the animated version of The Watchmen. Watchmen animated version. That's actually part 1. So part 2 is to come after. Part 1 looks good. Again, it's The Watchmen. So yeah, there's no hiding what they do. Nope. It's the same thing, the same darkness, the same grueling people face when they deal with them. I'm like, oh my God! And it's an animated version. Well, how we talked about before that. What's easier? What's better? Doing it animated, doing live. So again, the jury's still out on that. But I'm leaning towards the animated because cost, but storytelling, you can pretty much go anywhere you want with this. You really can. And for now, that's our listing. More to come, but for now, take that into account, make your listings of what you want, that's your favorite, look for it. If you have any comments, please go to our Facebook page, go to Rican's Facebook page, and let us know what you think and what you love. And if you have something you want us to talk about, put it on there. If you have a show idea, let us know. We'll give you credit on it. Again, I'm non-nauseous Mo.
I'm still not having a picnic, Lou.
We're the Ricans. Live long and prosper, bro.